Episode 6.
Says.
We got it. We're on track of the No Hangover Raw Cast. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, rate, comment across all platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify, and we're on Apple Podcast. Check me out on my socials, on Instagram at No Hangover Podcast, and on TikTok at No_Hangover.
That's TikTok.
Go on YouTube, like the reels, like the shorts, whatever the fuck they're called on there. Go on Instagram, like the reels. Go on TikTok, like the reels. Best way to support is to like and subscribe and share.
Share it with the homies.
Now I got the number one co-host in the world right here.
Woo!
What's good, brother?
B. Rawlington.
B. Rawlington, another one.
Yeah, man.
Bistro Romulus.
Yeah, man. Y'all can find me at BRAWW, D as in dog, A as in apple, G, goat.
Boom. G Goat. You already know. It's going to be scrolling down here, so just tap in.
Not G and goat, just goat. B Raw the goat on all platforms.
Well, we back. We got a
lot to talk about, man.
Yeah.
It's been a lot.
Super Bowl game, Super Bowl halftime. J. Cole dropped an album.
Woo!
NBA, there's fights.
Woo!
Post-trade deadline. We're going to probably give our predictions to who we think is going to make it at least to the finals. Maybe not win, but at least make it there, and we'll have some fun talking about that. And, of course, we'll sprinkle in some other things here and there. But first things first, Super Bowl 60 is in the books.
Yep.
Damn it. I'm sorry, guys.
It didn't age well.
For you, it didn't.
I lost.
I mean, fuck, if y'all fucking took my prize picks, that didn't fucking age well either, but, you know.
JSM, 100 yards. Book it.
Boom. Lost on that one. But Cooper Kupp did hit the overs on his. And the Seahawks won. A lot more dominant than I thought they were going to be, but dominant nonetheless. I thought it was going to be a relatively easy game for them. I thought they were the better team. I thought that they had better talent, a more complete roster. And, I mean, again, I think the biggest X factor really was the quarterbacks, and it showed. Drake May, second year in the league, had a great season. But that Seattle defense is no joke. They are a team full of talented, young, athletic players on the defense, especially in their secondary, especially in their front line. They were able to get to the quarterback. I know they were blitzing a lot in the beginning of the game, but most of their pressures came from a four-man rush, and they were able to drop their linebackers into coverage. And it looked like Drake May was a little confused out there. He looked every bit of a second-year player, and to me, again, that was the difference in this.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold didn't necessarily have the best game, but he managed the game. He made plays when he needed to, and biggest thing, he didn't make any mistakes. No picks, no fumbles. He didn't have a single turnover in the playoffs. So, I know Sam Darnold off of last year getting released from the Minnesota Vikings after, getting spanked in the season finale and then in the playoffs. This is a big redemption story. He's the third overall pick, went to the Jets. I mean, anybody who kind of goes to the Jets is, kind of cross your fingers and hope because the Jets kind of suck as an organization.
All right, no. Watch it.
I thought you were a Giants fan. Or you just support all of
we Giants and the Jets, they like cousins.
The Jets are like that cousin that you don't fuck with, though. At least the Giants are they're the cool cousin. It's like, all right, they might have their little flaws here and there, but they're at least cool. The Jets are like,
womp womp.
Pretty much so.
Yep. Shout out Drake May, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think the
second year.
Yeah, I think the Patriots have a bright future. I think so do the Seahawks. I mean, I think it's pretty easy to come up here and say right after the Super Bowl, especially after the performance they had, that the Seahawks are a favorite to repeat. But I've learned my lesson from last year.
You see, he ain't wearing his Eagles hat, y'all.
I know y'all are getting sick of that shit. But I need to come with a new fresh style. Got the guns out today. You can see the tats a little bit, so it was good. But it's hard to repeat in the NFL. I mean, we haven't had a repeat champ. I mean, the Chiefs did, but before that, it was the Patriots, and that was in 03, 04, 05, something like that. So it's hard to repeat. It's hard to go back to back. I mean, again, the Chiefs kind of the past 5 years were kind of the outlier, and were not the rule. But if you look, throughout the history of the NFL, it is, a handful of teams that are making it, but teams that are actually going back to back and repeating is very few and far between. So seeing either of these teams in the Super Bowl next year would be quite an accomplishment for either of those teams. But I do think, again, I think it is safe to say that the Patriots were a little bit ahead on schedule from last year to this year. It kind of seemed like they were still, a draft away, a free agency away to kind of take that next step. I think that the AFC kind of had a down year with injuries. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson was in and out of the lineup. So, I mean, Josh Allen, he wasn't hurt, but the Bills kind of they shoot themselves in the foot, man. I think they rely too heavily on Josh Allen, and through a regular season you can do that, but it kind of seems like every year they start off hot and then it kind of starts unwinding, and then they're so reliant on Josh Allen. And for as great as I think he is and as talented as I think he is, one player is only going to take you so far. So, yeah, I mean, overall, like I said, I thought the game went how I expected it to, a little bit more lopsided in the score, but all in all, I was right on that. So don't come to me for your parlay picks, but come to me for the winners and losers of games, because that I can actually predict.
Yep. Don't mind be raw, just like going against the grain. I knew they was gonna win. Knew them boys was gonna win, but hey, shout out to Nate. Nate's happy. He got 2 different jerseys and he's wearing them with pride.
Hey, as he should, Fuck, if you win, take your victory lap. And I will say this. I did record a podcast with Nate yesterday. By the time this comes out, it'll be a couple days. So I'll be releasing that soon. But he was surprisingly humble on the podcast too. I thought he was gonna be popping his shit a little bit more, things like that. But he was surprisingly humble. So growth, maturity. It's a beautiful thing.
Ain't got too many. Seattle ain't got too many to brag on.
Hey, they got enough though. That's their second one. They've been to 4. So. 50% in the Super Bowl. Did you have any takeaways from the game? Oh, you weren't able to watch it because you were on a flight.
A plane.
Snakes on a plane.
Ooh, Shamuel.
Get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane. What an iconic line.
But when I landed, it was a massacre. It was a shit show. There was a lot of tweeting. So might as well just get into it. We'll come back to basketball, circle around, because Eric got some good. Eric knows the stuff, y'all. I know I say it a lot, but we was having a conversation before we recorded, and let's just get into it. Bad Bunny,
the halftime show, that seemed to be kind of more of a trending topic than the actual Super Bowl, which it kind of seems like the last 2 years that's kind of been the case.
It's always the case. Remember when Janet Jackson's boob popped out?
Yeah, but that was before social media. That was before, I think the Super Bowl
MySpace era.
Nah, that was like 03, 04. When did MySpace come out?
I guess you're right.
I will say this, I do remember that pretty vividly. And I remember, because I was on my dad's side of the family. I forget whose house. Bro, and she had that little fucking sun nipple ring around that shit. It's like, whoa, little freak. I mean, at that age, I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at, but older me would have been like, damn, Janet, I didn't know you were fucking getting down like that with that fucking big ass nipple ring. That shit was pretty, I was kind of my first taste of seeing tits. It was pretty awesome.
Janet, damn
on
it.
national TV too, no less. But the Bad Bunny halftime show. There was
tell them how you told it, bro.
A lot of controversy going into it. A
lot.
With the political climate, with the left and the right, and it seems like everybody has to be taking a shot at somebody at some point in time. And I get it. That's the space that we're in right now. That's the atmosphere and the climate that we're in right now. And so I get it. So I anticipated,
haters gonna hate.
Some subliminal messaging and just trying to, stick it to the man, which I'm all for and all that. That's great.
Stick it to the man on the man's biggest damn televised event. That's right.
Right. That being said,
the only ice in the building was in people's drinks that night. Better believe it.
Shit, out there in Santa Clara, fucking. But all that being said, I mean, and this might be an unpopular opinion. Don't really care. I was not that big of a fan of this halftime show.
Do we have an O on the board? Oh.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I can appreciate good performance. I can appreciate the time that it took to put into it. I can appreciate, again, all the subliminal messaging, the Easter eggs, the celebrities that showed up. I can appreciate all that, but it just, to me, and I've heard this from people that have gone to Bad Bunny concerts, and again, they enjoyed it. They said they have a fun time, but it just seems like it's more of like a vibe and gathering more than it is an actual performance. Like he's not really. I mean, nobody's taking Bad Bunny as like
he's no Michael Jackson,
a vocalist, or like a songbird of his generation. So in that aspect, I was kind of not necessarily underwhelmed. It just kind of was what I thought it was going to be. So I just kind of felt indifferent towards it. And I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't watch the Super Bowl for the halftime show. Never have. Even if it's artists that I like, it's just more of a plus if it's an artist that I like. But I'm a football fan. I'm a sports nerd. So like I watch the game for the actual game. Whoa. But
bars.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I get people getting, being sentimental about it. And I'm Puerto Rican. If people don't know, I'm of Puerto Rican descent. My family is from Puerto Rico. Me and my sisters and my cousin are first generation here. So again, I understand where the sense of pride and all that comes from, but man, maybe I'm just over all the fucking, standing up and sticking it to the man and doing all this shit, and because it just seems very shallow and empty at this point, because it feels like everything has to mean something, and it can't just be like, this is just a halftime show, or this is just a football game, or this is just, whatever, the insert whatever. It seems like everything nowadays has to have some type of deeper rooted meaning and underlying themes, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but you're going to tell by the symbolism of what I'm saying and things like that. And then there's people getting upset because, what was it? Turning Point America. They had their own halftime show, which, again, I thought was fucking lame that they did that. But just like anything else, if you're going to, and I think I said it on the first episode, like if you're going to have an opposite, or something is going to create such a stir and it's so polarizing, like you can only expect that somebody's going to try and do the opposite and have their own thing. And whether you agree with it or not, that is the beautiful thing about this country, is that you could do that. You can create the alternatives, and if people are going to tune in and watch, great. If not, then hey, you're still given that opportunity. Did I think the Turning Point America thing was dumb? Yes. I mean, it's you're not going to compete against the Super Bowl. No, it's usually the highest rated show, if not one of the highest rated shows on TV in the U.S. as far as like in a calendar year. There's usually a few, like 2, 3, 4, 5 NFL games, and one of those are in the Super Bowl as far as the top 10 highest rated shows in a year for the U.S. So like, you're not going to compete with that. But, let people do what the fuck they want. Again, I thought it was stupid. I thought it was dumb that they're trying to fucking, they don't, I don't understand, and fuck this, and whatever political undertone you want to put under that. But let them. Who gives a fuck? Well, you know how many people tuned in to the fucking Super Bowl, and then not just the Super Bowl, but the halftime show? It was over 150 million people.
I want to say 200, right?
That probably, I know it was the highest rated halftime show in Super Bowl history. So again, I know I'm going on a rant, but like, to me too, that kind of shut the fuck up about the U.S. is fucking racist and all this other shit and blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying there's not racist things that go on in this country. I'm not saying there's not racist people, but if 150 million people are tuning in and Bad Bunny was the highest rated halftime show in Super Bowl history, I don't think things are as racist or as bad as people want them to be or are making them out to be. Again, go ahead, give me shit for it. I don't care, but like, sometimes you just got to see with your eyes and not take what's being spoon-fed to you. We're not babies anymore. We're adults. Go and see shit. Go step outside. Go see what's going on. I see people of all races all the time, and maybe it's just because we're in Orlando, and I know Orlando's a little bit more diverse.
Melting pot.
And I know that plays a part in it, but I've traveled, I've been to different places, I've been to different countries, I've been to different parts of this country, and places where you would think would be, I guess a quote unquote not as welcoming as place for me to go, based off my ethnicity, based off whatever profile, whatever the fuck you want to throw in there. But again, that was a prime example of what it should be here, or what we want it to be, or how it should be. You can go either way on that, but I think this Super Bowl halftime show shows that, hey, maybe things aren't as doom and gloom and as racist and as divisive as people think they are, or what the mainstream media is trying to make it out to be.
Yeah.
Thoughts, takeaways? I know I just fucking went off on the mic for like
he went off, man.
for like 10 minutes, but
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I didn't see the game. I seen the highlights when I got home. Seen the tail end of the game. Not gonna lie, still have not went and watched the halftime show. Bad Bunny, I'm sorry, brother. But
you're the problem.
Yeah, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I have not. It hasn't even really crossed my mind to be like, damn, let me go check the halftime show. Because I have a couple of songs on my playlist only because I'll be like out in different vibes, and like I heard it, I'll be like, ooh, this kind of, I can vibe with that.
Right.
But does that make me a fan of him? No. And to each his own. But I'll still say, shout out to him. From what I see, the overall, you killed it. You killed the performance. It wasn't any bad. Any mess ups or anything like that, no bloopers. The people that he brought out, I seen, it was pretty cool. Ricky Martin
was there. Yeah. Fucking Cardi B was dancing. Karol G, Jessica Alba, fucking Lady Gaga sang, which sound
like a movie to me.
Yeah, I think Lady Gaga's cool and all, but I did think that version and rendition of Die With a Smile was kind of cringy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but
the title sounds cringy.
Yeah,
With a Smile.
That's a great song.
Smile.
That's a great song. Have you heard that song before? That it's with Bruno Mars and her.
Yeah, no.
Great fucking song. I'm not gonna lie. If you really love somebody, that shit will make you think of them.
If you love somebody.
But yeah, I don't know anything else that you want to hit on the Super Bowl halftime show. Any thoughts?
No, it went the way everybody know the Seahawks was gonna win. Everybody.
Halftime show, Bad Bunny. Anything that you want to add into that? Like I said, I know I kind of fucking just
still haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Listen, you're not missing much. And again, I'm also probably one of my favorite halftime shows was the Weeknd one when it was in Tampa, and he was the halftime performer. And that one actually is one of the lowest rated ones, especially in the last like 5 or 6 years. But that was one of my favorite ones. But so maybe I'm not the person to really be judging and be a critic of these halftime shows, but. Again, I think people are just really quick and always want to make something more than what it really is and make it into something more, and it's always got to mean more, and it's just more, and it's like, bro, this is a halftime show of a football game. Like, come on now.
The biggest football game of the year.
That is true, but shit. Like, how about we all just fucking take a deep breath and let that shit out and fucking move on with our lives. Shout out to Bad Bunny though. Way to represent. Love. On to other things. What we got? You want to hit this J. Cole album, or you want to stick to sports and talk NBA first?
The fall off, whatever you want to do.
All right, well, we got it in order, so we'll go J. Cole, and I just listened to it today too for 1 through 12, and then 1 through 12, so it's 24 disc track album, and yeah, it's called The Fall Off. It's been anticipated. It's been a couple years since he put out that picture of the album sequence that he was gonna go through, and The Fall Off was supposed to be his last one. you've given it a listen more than I have, and you've been on it a lot more than I have. So I want to hear what you think of it and your takeaways from it before I give my very shallow 1 day old thoughts on it. Not even a few hours old.
Shout out to Cole, man. Immaculate project. I feel like it's immaculate from an artist standpoint. True hip hop head. Hardcore hip hop, hardcore rap. Job well done. It's a lot of mixed reviews. Seen a lot of different takes. Good, bad. Some people, wasn't his best work. I will agree it's not his best work. And that's me being a very harsh critic of him.
What do you think his best album is then? In your opinion, not, take everything else, just you personally, what do you think his best album is?
I would probably say The Sideline Story.
Oh, shit. Going way back. I would either say Born Sinner or 2014 Forest Hill Drive. I do like that, what was the one? It's not with Kevin's Heart on it.
Kids on Drugs? I didn't really like that one.
I did fuck with it. When it came out too, to me that one was probably the last J. Cole album that I like went back to a few times, and like when it came out, I was on it, not super heavy, but that shit was definitely in rotation for me. That Kevin's Heart, fucking, I do like the cover art. I thought was pretty dope too, but
music was made.
Yeah, I think the problem that I run into with J. Cole is that I think he makes good music. I think this album was very well produced, and I mean, also once you get to a certain level as an artist, I think that is like the bare minimum is having a well produced album. Obviously because of the resources that you have, the people that you've met along the way, things like that. So I feel like that's kind of the bare minimum. And he does produce his own shit too sometimes. So, but I feel like where J. Cole lacks is kind of the replay value in some of his shit. To me, I've always felt like I have to be in a mood to listen to J. Cole. Like that's not just something I can, whether I'm happy, sad, mad, whatever type of feeling, like I could just pop in and play. Like I feel like I have to be in a certain type of headspace, a certain type of mood to really sit down and listen to J. Cole, which I think is, part of his style, and I think he wants that in the way that he makes his albums and curates his albums. I would assume that's what he's going for. Yeah. And the amount of success that he's had continuing to do that and not necessarily straying away from that formula, I think should be applauded and it's admirable. But again, for me, I find myself finding it difficult to just, oh, hey, you want to listen to some J. Cole and just pop it on, and I can probably count how many times I've said that on one hand.
Ooh, will we survive the let out? Will we survive the let out? That
was a dope song. And he does, I mean, he stories tells like a motherfucker on this album too.
That shit is
every other song he's telling some type of story.
Hard, bro. I think that's what it is with good music. It's been a minute. And then I think that's another thing. I was just talking to the DJ, was rehearsing for Droville Festival, February 21st. Just rehearsing with the DJ. And we had a very drawn out conversation before we did anything. And obviously he's a DJ.
Yeah.
So, he does this for a living.
Right.
So it's like he had valid points. But the number one thing was that it's been so long a person like of his caliber dropped something, first of all, that's not, he didn't care about selling records. He's grown and matured so much that we just seen like Michael Jordan in his prime, kind of like this is the last dance. Like the showing that, like this is his last dance. He's just showing you like, okay, like he's like Goku, even dodging, weaving, just standing
lyrical
still. Lyrically, he's
on
just
a fucking other level on this album. Yeah.
Effortlessly.
Like this is not, and that's why like I wanted you to talk first on it because I've only listened to it one time through. So and I mean, just based on the first 3 songs, it was like, all right, like you kind of have to like hone in and really like
it's too much.
Listen to
back-to-back bars.
Yeah. I was 2-6 was good. Safety I fucked with. Safety's
hard.
The way that he transitions from each verse, telling a different story, but it all the same premise is fucking
phenomenal.
It really is. Like again, if if you're someone that does appreciate the nuances and the lyrical gymnastics and bars and storytelling, and like, to me, like halfway listening through the first side of the album, I'm like, man, this is like, if this shit came out in the 90s, this would be fucking, I was thinking that, like, shit from like,
it'd be platinum.
Road Blues, that shit with Thames and Future, and Who the Fuck Is You.
Yep.
From about that, around that point, I'm like, yeah, if this, like,
what do you know about my passion?
that shit is, he's a 90s rapper
That
through
Future
and through.
verse, Future was 2 for 2 on there.
He did do his thing.
2 for 2.
He did do his thing, and I'm not necessarily the biggest Future fan either. I've been critical of him and his style. I think it is, it works for him, but he did do his thing on there, and you can kind of see the range that he has a little bit more.
Because that's an odd feature.
Yeah,
that's an odd. When have we ever seen J. Cole and Future on anything?
Let's see.
I don't think so, bro. I think that's a one of one. Damn, bro, this is crazy. And then his promotion, the riding around in his Honda, he just seems like a guy. Even if J. Cole was the
Red Leather was on We Still Don't Trust You.
J. Cole, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, besides that, I think that's the only other features he has outside of the ones that he just did on the Fall Off.
It seems like a guy, when you dealing with a guy who's that talented, he's like Goku. Goku, the character, he didn't care about money, and he just cared about eating and
the challenge,
doing what he was good at. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The challenge is like, hey, all right, you're tough as fuck, so am I. Let's fight. Like, yeah, why not?
They be so mad. You know what I'm saying? His people he fought used to be so angry.
But I mean, to your point though, the whole Goku analogy, and I know we talked about this a little bit, but and I try not to hold it against him, but it does. There is a little asterisk next to his name now because he bowed out of the J. Cole or the Kendrick Drake beef.
I don't think so, bro.
And I think the only reason why, and I don't hold it against him too much.
Out.
I mean, everything. Listen, and my boy Jordan, shout out to Jordan. Me and him were talking about this the other day. Family Matters, Drake's diss track, that shit played out to a fucking T. If we want to talk about, how somebody spin bars and, kind of being Nostradamus and telling the future, I mean, that shit played out to a fucking T. If you go back and listen to Family Matters and then just kind of see how things have progressed since then. And I thought that was actually, I'm also a Drake guy, so, take that with what you want. But again, I think
shout out to Kendrick. He just won 5 Grammys. I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, man, and he's the number one stream, because that's what people care about. Drake still was the number one. Well, now Kendrick is. So that conversation's closed. So it's like, I don't know, bro. Like people, we have our favorites.
Right.
And one thing I learned about human nature and society in the lane of entertainment, people love something they hate. People
Ain't
love
that the truth?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Like,
I mean, Bad Bunny halftime show. People were looking for reasons to hate on that shit. I mean, people are always gonna find and look for something to hate on and fucking not be happy with. So
Jordan went to the Wizards. You know how many people when he went to play baseball, he's just or was it golf first and then baseball?
No, it was baseball.
It was baseball.
Yeah.
And I was so young, so I didn't have the mind I had now. But if we was to kind of time travel back then, people were very upset. Bro, he walked away after winning 3 back-to-back.
He was like, all right, well. And I mean, and there's a lot of controversy behind that as to what the real reason is. Kind of the widely accepted is that his dad died. He needed time away. But there is conspiracies that, he was a big into gambling and he owed people some money and that got his dad killed and that's why he stepped away, which I mean, it wouldn't really make sense because it seemed like he was be taking a pay cut. So if he was trying to pay debt off and trying to,
make sense.
Right, it doesn't really make sense. Again, I was just young. Being born into this world, so like, I don't know, but
the matter is though, you know what I'm saying? Like, people love something to hate. Like, I can only imagine how it was back then. We can ask our folks. Like, people was really tight with Jordan behind that shit.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Yeah, but then look, he came back, won 3, and all was forgiven. And I mean, people are still to this day can't get off of the fact that he's not the greatest anymore. But
That's a conversation for another pod. Tune in.
You know, I gotta throw in these little jabs and shit.
Yeah, we did it. He said it, and I back it up. It's the truth.
Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what you think on the Super Bowl, on the halftime performance, and on J. Cole's album. And what do you have a favorite track on there, or a top 3? Or
2-6. Where's my phone?
Yeah, I got the.
Probably left my phone.
I got it right here. The album list.
All right, so Run a Train is growing on me. No, because it's so, bro. He's okay. Safety, 2-6, Poor Thing, Legacy. Who the fuck is you? Bounce, Road, Blues.
That shit was good.
The Let Out.
The Let Out I didn't really like, but I do like the storytelling in it.
But that shit's hard.
I do like the storytelling in it and kind of the
that song
premise behind it.
And this is the thing, it ages. This shit's gonna age like fine wine. All of you motherfuckers out there, listen to me and listen to me good. Do not, I repeat, I do not want to see J. Cole bandwagoners a year or two from now. I don't want to see y'all, bro.
This is timestamped too, so we know when we put this shit out.
Watch what I'm telling you, bro. It didn't even hit the clubs yet, bro. People still trying to like. That's how you know this is good. Think about it. When you got good gas, whatever you do, if you a druggie, you got good white girl, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, that good shit, when you do it, when you use it, whatever you do with it, it's not only is it so good, you don't got to keep using it back to back. Like when we smoke and it's trash, you like trying to chase that high. This is music. This is a drug to me.
Yeah.
So it's like a good drug. So it's like when it's pure, it takes time. You can't just be hitting on that pressure all crazy. Bitch, you gonna die.
Yeah. And I will say this, he's been heavy on it, and he's been having it on repeat and really like pushing it home that it's like, bro, go listen to that shit. If you haven't, go listen to that shit. Playing 2K yesterday, he put his fucking headphones on, listening to the fucking J. Cole album. Still got his ass whooped, but hey.
For another time. That's for another time. He did beat me out 2K.
Hey.
But hey,
Snow was good.
I beat Nate though.
Yeah, that's really all that matters. As long as you're not the ultimate loser.
Let me stop. I love my dog.
But so let us know what you think on these topics that we've hit already. We got one more. NBA trade deadline has come and gone. Giannis is still in Milwaukee. Ja is still in Memphis. I did see though, fucking who was it? Cam Thomas. Mm-hmm. He dropped like 34 in his debut for the Bucks, and Giannis looked like he was in that mode again. He's like, oh, bet like, and you know Cam Thomas has been
he's a killer
in Brooklyn, kind of wasting away for the past few years. No disrespect, and but you know they waived him. The Bucks picked him up. Now I don't know if this was kind of like a last ditch effort to kind of like convince Giannis to stay, because there's been so many conflicting reports that he's saying he doesn't want to leave, and then there's other reports saying that he wants out, and then there's reports saying that he said, why would I want to leave? My father's buried here. Like, I love Milwaukee. So there's been a lot of conflicting reports. You know, you kind of don't really know what's true, what's not. But what is true, like I said, he's still in Milwaukee for at least the rest of this season. And, you know, if this Cam Thomas signing, you know, plays out how it did last night in his debut, yeah, it might be kind of the Robin to his Batman that he's been looking for since they won the chip.
You feel me?
And, you know, sometimes that's all it takes. You know, one little thing, one little alteration, one little change can get you from like, get me out of this place to, all right, everything's back to good normal now. Everything's good, especially when you have money like that, especially when you're on that level in your profession. Like, you know, it could be very easy to be moody when you're not getting your way and things aren't going the way that you want them, especially when you're a top performer.
Right.
And again, this is sports. The NBA notoriously has, especially since Adam Silver has taken over, has been a very player-friendly league, and the players kind of are a little soft. You know, it is what it is.
Not them Detroit boys. They're out there fighting.
Damn.
A couple of fights this last week leading up to NBA All-Star Week. That's coming up this weekend. Unfortunately, it always falls around Valentine's Day. If you know, you know.
And another year where I'm also not really excited for the All-Star game again. Like, I feel like they're trying to do too much. They're doing the U.S. versus the world this year, which, you know, it seems a little interesting, but like, KD did come out and made a very good point. It's like in these All-Star games, you know, people want to complain about defense not being played, but like the European players don't play. They barely play defense in the regular season.
They play defense. They would hurt people out there, man.
Not Jokic, not Luka. He's a
physical guy.
They don't fucking play defense.
He don't play defense, but he's physical when he plays offense. So imagine if he did play defense, he'd be hacker-shacking folks.
Well, I mean, shit. I'd rather take that than fucking just.
Yeah, you want to see a guy get thrown out the air 40-inch vertical and.
Well, I don't want to see that, but I want to see some resistance. Luka plays zero defense. He might even play negative defense some nights.
Hey, this is a younger, newer league. The game pace is a lot quicker. There's a lot more possessions. Might not be able to play that kind of defense.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Hey,
I don't want to hear that bullshit. I do not want to hear that bullshit because these are professional athletes. First of all,
100.
They are getting paid millions,
100%,
millions of dollars.
It's the body.
If you can't
brother.
fucking give, I'm not even saying
I'm
not even saying be an elite defender. I'm saying show some effort. Get in the way.
It might be as them young boys is quick, man. Look at SGA, man.
When was the last time you watched a regular season game?
Like last week. I watch games like every day.
And you telling me that there's
guys
legit
like Joker
effort on the defensive side.
Guys like Joker, by the third quarter, if he's playing an active big on his like a Wemby, he's dog shit. He's dog shit. He's dog shit, bro. The only thing is with Wemby is he's still so young. He doesn't have that experience. We're gonna see. They definitely gonna make the playoffs this year. So we're gonna see finally.
I mean,
third year.
But Wemby plays defense. He's averaging like 4 blocks.
I mean,
he plays defense. That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying you have to be the ultimate best defender. I'm just saying
can
show
he
some
guard
effort.
KD?
Probably. Hell yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah, he can.
He can stay in front of him.
He can guard KD. He's fucking 6 inches taller than KD.
Doesn't matter.
So the shot that KD has. How many
posts has Wemby been on?
But that's also willing to play defense and getting in the way. Sometimes you're gonna catch a stray. Sometimes you're gonna get fucking boom nuts to the face. But that's part of playing defense. Sometimes you're gonna get caught. Same thing with playing football. Yeah, you could be a fucking getting all the tackles, tackling machine, but eventually your ass is gonna get run over if you've been playing enough. Happened to the best of us. Happened to me. That shit fucking.
Ray Lewis never got ran over.
Yeah, he did.
Bro.
Go look. I'm not gonna.
Who ran over Ray? You would know it.
Go look.
Who ran over? Who?
Go look.
Who did it?
Go look.
Who was it?
I'm gonna let you do your own research on that one.
Tell me who ran over Ray. Who trucked them? The bus?
Jerome Bettis. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he did. I don't know.
I'm just. It's just kind of a natural.
It's not common.
Again. I'm not saying it happens all the time, but if
Wemby though, he gets dunked on like every other game.
No, he don't. Not every other.
Why
game.
He don't? Bro, you know these guys. Bro, have when the last time you seen a regular season game?
Like
even the trash.
What's today? Thursday.
Even the trash guys.
On Tuesday.
Even the trash.
But I didn't watch the whole game. If I'm being honest.
These new guards, man.
I mean, listen. Everybody in the league's athletic as fuck, but
as fuck, bro.
But I'm saying like. Again, that shit's gonna happen in any professional league. You're gonna get got at some point. If you've been playing a sport,
he's a freakazoid
long enough, you're gonna get got. Gonna get crossed over. Gonna get dunked on. Gonna get fucking stiff armed. Gonna get trucked. LeBron
only got dunked on maybe like 5 times in his career.
Fucking Jason Tatum dunked on his ass in his rookie year in the Eastern Conference Finals. That shit was fucking. I remember watching that.
5 times in almost 20 years.
I was like, oh shit! All right,
Wemby got dunked on 5 times in a month.
But he also plays center, so that's more of his position to be guarding the paint.
LeBron played it all. LeBron had played from the 1 to the 5 before.
Yeah, but his time playing at the 5 was more like one-offs, like for a game here.
Jason Tatum was help defense. That wasn't his matchup. He didn't like take LeBron off the dribble and dunk. He was coming down, rose up. LeBron challenged it. He was help defense,
and he fucking dunked all. He got the full fucking run of that shit though.
He did. I say he did it.
He got all of that shit.
Hey man,
but
I don't have much to say about the All-Star Weekend. We could talk about it,
I don't even know who's.
episode.
Oh, Jace Richardson, son of Jason Richardson. He plays for the Atlanta Magic. He's going to play in the dunk, or he's going to dunk in the dunk contest. Yeah. Fun fact, he only has 3 dunks recorded in the regular season. So,
fun fact.
There you go. Again, like.
Fun fact.
The fucking
NBA All-Star is starting to be like the NFL Pro Bowl.
Bro, starting to be. That shit's been like that for a fucking minute. I've not tuned into the All-Star Weekend for at least the past 4 years. I'll catch some highlights here and there, but I remember being a kid, like excited for the All-Star Weekend, excited to see the dunk contest, 3-point shootout, the All-Star game. And I'm being generous. Like I said, the past 4 years I haven't watched. It's probably been longer than that it just, there's no excitement around it. It's like just kind of, okay, well, it's come and gone. The players get a little break, no NBA for a little bit, and then you kind of start gearing up for the back end of the season where, people really start playing.
Yep, fellas, we telling on you.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
all that excuse about baby this and that the game, and these ladies they hip. Nobody gives a damn about no All-Star game no more.
Yeah, nah. But again, this is around the time where I start watching basketball more. I keep up with it, but obviously with football, college, NFL, that takes up a lot of my viewership. UFC.
March Madness coming up.
March Madness. I mean, soccer I've taken more of a liking to, but this is around this time now that football's done. Basketball definitely does take more of a front seat, and it's my favorite part of the regular season after the All-Star break because that's when teams actually start playing. You can start kind of, start seeing teams separate themselves, who's contenders, who's not. So that's my first question to you. Who do you think is legit on the East and the West that actually you think has legit chance to make a run to the finals?
I don't know why you asked me that for the East. We're going to go with the Knicks all the way. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Mitchell. Shout out to Brunson. Shout out to Hart. Shout out to all my guys, man. Cat, Sissy Self. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man. Zesty Festy. You know what I'm saying?
Who is it that fucking Dr. Umar says that shit? Zesty Festy.
Zesty Festy, man. That boy is
that motherfucker Dr. Umar. That dude's funny as fuck.
Hey, man. He tells the truth. But yeah, man. On the East, gotta go with my Knicks. Obviously, there's a lot of, on the what, SGA, man. SGA, Wemby, I see he's number 2. I like I said, I've been a fan for so long. I've been an athlete myself for so long, a student of the game, and I've seen a lot of guys it takes years to develop. Regular season, postseason, and then like finals. Like it's levels. It's not too many guys that just come in and just get it in their first 5 years. Right. Jordan didn't even do it.
LeBron did.
LeBron. But hey, he's not better than Jordan. But hey, okay, whatever. Shit's crazy.
Oh man, every time I get a chance, I'm gonna fucking throw that in there. In the East, let's see. I think Detroit's number 1, Boston's 2 or 3.
Detroit been number 1. Like there was like 2 years ago, I think they was in the regular season in the beginning. No. 2 or 3 years. They had a really good
years ago.
Few years ago, they was snapping in the.
No, they're first in the East right now. I think they're second best team in the league.
Outside of
OKC, and record wise, let me put that on the record. Record wise, yes. And I'll pull it up just so
it's official. No, you're right. You spot on.
I'm making sure that I'm right.
You spot on, bro. Detroit number 1 for sure.
In the East, at least. Let's see. Standings. So in the East, we got the Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, Raptors, 76ers, Magic, and Heat. That's the top 8. So the Pistons are 40-13. I think they're still young. Like you said, it does kind of, and we saw it with the Celtics, that it takes time. First you start owning the regular season, usually get bounced in the playoffs. Next year you'll make a little run, get bounced. Next year after that, you're pushing for conference finals, trying to get to the finals. And it's kind of, that's kind of how it goes with these teams in the NBA. We saw it with OKC as well.
Exactly. I was just about to say exactly.
So,
and my Knicks.
I do think the Pistons are a couple years away. Cade Cunningham has definitely, grown into his own now, and he's stepping up.
He was a bust.
I don't think he was a bust. I just think he took. I mean, Detroit was a fucking dumpster fire. They sucked ass. So like, I think
he was the number one pick.
Yeah, but going into a situation like that, just a one and done. Cleveland. Yeah, but again, LeBron's not the rule. He's the exception. So I thought he was good. Eric, I just didn't. Again, I think he needs more time. Kate Cunningham, the Pistons, they have a solid team around them. I mean, if Isaiah fucking Stewart is gonna keep on fucking fighting people, then we'll see how that goes. But I think again, and I like the Celtics coming out of these. If I'm being honest, I know we talked about this a little bit a couple episodes ago, but I like
no JT.
Without JT, man. Listen, I think Jason Tatum, prospect wise, was a better prospect and was a better talent and came into the NBA more NBA ready. But we have years now. We have stats. We have numbers. We have finals. We have finals, Eastern Conference Finals MVP and Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown. And I mean, he's proven to be a little bit more durable as well. I just think that
underrated.
There is something to be said about wanting and having that dog and wanting to take the last shot and be that guy.
Jaylen Brown can't go left, right?
Hey, he got a ring not being able to go left, and he got
With
Finals
the
MVP.
Help of Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Listen, they're second in the East right now.
Supporting cast.
Sure, but I mean that's any NBA team, any Finals, any championship team needs a supporting cast. You can't do it by yourself.
No, for sure.
I mean, fuck, Jalen Brunson.
LeBron did.
Hey, LeBron sure did, didn't he? He did it twice too. In 2006 when they played the Spurs, and in 2018 when he took who? J.R. Smith, George Hill, old Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson. James Jones was still on the motherfucking bench. He hadn't even fucking retired yet. But back to the matter at hand. So yeah, I think the Knicks are, again, I'm more of like, I got to see it to believe it with the Knicks at this point. I've lived long enough and I've seen them have good teams and shit the bed on multiple occasions. The Cavs, the James Harden thing is cool, but
I don't like it.
Again, James Harden, another one that great regular seasons kind of, seems to disappear in the playoffs. So
he's not going to defend.
And again, for as much as I like Donovan Mitchell too, they kind of have a.
James Harden is cool with scoring 40 and letting somebody score 40 on him. Like he don't care. Like I scored 40. He don't care.
Shit. And everybody else, I had high hopes for the Magic this year. They are once again disappointing me. Last year it was injuries. This year it seems like there's chemistry issues. Paolo and the head coach are not necessarily getting along.
I heard.
I'm more of a. And I don't like calling for people's jobs, but these people are making millions of dollars. So, and NBA coaches get rehired. There's a lot of retreads in the NBA, not as much as in the NFL. But I'd rather fire the coach first before we start talking about trading either Paolo or Franz. I understand why you would trade one of them because their games are very similar. So it kind of, the spacing on the floor isn't necessarily the best. And neither Paolo or Franz are the greatest 3-point shooters either. So they kind of clog up the lane for each other. But I think there's been spurts, especially last year, not so much this year, that they show that they can play and coexist with each other and can be a good defensive team. So,
Anthony Black.
Yeah, he's been balling. Desmond Bane, that was a good pickup. Jalen Suggs, I've always been a big fan of his. But I'm more of fire the coach first, bring in a new guy, and if it doesn't work, then think about maybe trading one of those guys, maybe blowing up the whole team, or exploring options as far as the roster. But maybe that's, again, what the fuck I know. I'm just a guy on the mic sitting on a chair. So.
Right.
Going to the West, and I mean, I already think this is my pick for them to win the finals. But
I'll be honest.
Thunder. Oh, guess what? The Pistons actually have the best record in the
whole entire league.
Yeah, by a couple games. But yeah, the Thunder are 1, the Spurs are 2, the Nuggets are 3, the Rockets are 4, Timberwolves 5, Lakers 6, Suns 7, and the Warriors are 8. That's the top 8 in the Western Conference Finals. I mean, usual suspects, Thunder, I see them going on a deep run. The Nuggets, as long as their Jokic can stay healthy, Jamal Murray can stay healthy, I think they can go on a run. The Rockets are interesting to me. They're a dark horse for me. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the finals, but to me, I think the clear-cut favorite is the Spurs. I think they are the best team in the league. I think Wemby is as advertised. I think he is that guy. He is going to be the next face of the league. I mean, besides him being 7'4" and dribbling and moving like a guard and shooting threes like he's fucking Steph Curry and blocking shots like he's Hakeem Olajuwon, like, and he also is not a terrible passer. He's actually a pretty good passer. So, like, you know, Stephon Castle, Vassell, Harper off the bench. I mean, they have De'Aaron Fox, which I wish when he came out, I wish the Magic would have drafted him, but that's a conversation for another day. But it just seems like they have a solid team of guards and shooters around Wemby, and they all play defense. Wemby plays defense. De'Aaron Fox plays defense. Fucking Stephon Castle plays defense. So they had, and I know we talked about this yesterday. We can go back and forth on this a little bit. They've beaten the Spurs 3 times in the regular season, and one of them was in the NBA Cup. And I'm on your side with this, and I usually don't think that regular season games matter. But I think when it's 2 teams of that caliber that are that close, and it's only this much separating them, I do think it's not the end-all, be-all, but I do think it is something.
Like a foreshadow?
A little bit. I think if they see each other in the playoffs, it's not going to be
like a one-sided affair.
No, and I think it leans towards the Spurs a little bit. Again, I don't think they have any. I don't think they have an answer for Wemby.
He's a young guy, bro. He's a young guy.
So is Chet, and he's a big part of that offense. And if he seems like he nuts up when he sees Wemby. He's like, oh fuck, another tall dude. What do I do? Like,
he got SGA to deal with.
Oh, but they got bodies to throw at SGA. And again, Wemby is a hell of a rim protector.
We'll see.
So those are.
I've been around the block, man. I've seen a lot, man.
Out of the West,
injury can change.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's something that you don't really have much control of. If an injury happens to any key player to any of these teams,
they don't even got to be Wemby. It could be somebody on Wemby's team that's got the camaraderie and getting them the ball, and they have a system, and then boop. There goes your chance.
Who off of the Spurs? I mean, I think like either De'Aaron Fox or Stephon Castle. If one of those 2 guys got hurt, then I would kind of maybe think a little differently. But
yeah, whoever.
I think Wemby carries so much weight that he can't. I'm not saying he is LeBron, but he.
No. He on the team. Yes.
He covers up a lot of.
But what is LeBron usually? He's complemented with an X factor. Every team has an X factor.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily have to be the white horse get knocked out. It could be the other piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I got Spurs.
Like him to average 40 points and 10 rebounds and 10 assists, in the playoffs, deep in the playoffs.
Who,
and
Wemby?
And then do it again for another 4-game best out of 7, and then another best out of 7. I don't know. It's not a lot of guys could weather that storm, man. Y'all go watch that motherfucking Last Dance, man. Even those guys, they tell you. It's not for the weak, bro.
Nah.
It's not for the weak, bro.
No, it ain't.
Traveling. It's...
And seeing, it's the same thing in the NFL and it's the same thing in the NBA. Like, in the regular season, you're usually game planning 2, 3, 4 games in advance. In this, you're only game planning against one team. So you can really hone in on what they do well and magnify what they do bad. And there's in-game adjustments. And again, especially NBA, MLB, and NHL, these leagues that have series in the playoffs, I mean, you could lose one game, get your ass smacked, and then come back and pull a game back, and everything's all back to level again. So, like, it really is, especially in these series, especially when you're getting to the semifinals,
3 back-to-back,
conference finals,
and then have to win 4 games in a row.
Good luck with that. But you start getting these good teams. Like, it really does start becoming a chess match, and it really does start becoming who can make the little adjustments in the series to, steal some points here.
Who can knock off their opponent quicker, too, because you have more of a rest. That's also an advantage point. You got these young guys like Wemby can't finish the series off. They going 6 games, 7 games in the first round, and then they got it. That's what I done seen it all, bro. I done seen it all, bro.
Well, what is it?
Why you think the Nuggets
7,
came through?
8, 9, and 10 are the ones that are in the play-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they would either be playing the Suns, the Warriors, the Clippers, or the Trailblazers. I think the Spurs,
the Trailblazers,
gentleman sweep
smack
at very worst. At the very worst, they get a gentleman sweep. I think whoever they play, they're either going to sweep them or they're winning in 5.
Bold statement, very bold statement. They haven't. He's never been in the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really believe in the Suns. The Warriors, Steph Curry, but outside of that, like, they're not that great. The Clippers just traded away James Harden, and I don't really trust in Kawhi at this point in his career. And the Trailblazers,
yikes!
Who are the Trailblazers right now?
That's the only one.
Now again, once you start getting to the Rockets, the Timberwolves,
can't sleep on none of them.
Nuggets.
Can't give. I'm not in it giving. Wemby's got to show me. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Fair enough.
You just got to show me. You never been in the playoffs. So I can't give you that, bro. Like, these guys, there's a lot of guys you're going against that's been to the playoffs multiple times. You're going against guys that live in the playoffs. They got schemes. They know the game,
and they got rings.
And they to get that ring. You know, you could be athletic, big, and all of that, but man, there's some guys they know how to wear you down mentally. It's a mental game in the playoffs. It's not just run and gun. It's not none of that. You could come out. I've seen guys like Wemby, star players, Zion. We've seen this shit so many times. Like, we see guys with they're doing breakout seasons, and they're what we call, Wemby is what you call a highlight player. So he automatically accumulates a different kind of fandom, a different kind of attention, even though, the last 2 years out of 3 years of his career, these niggas ain't even win over 40 games. You know what I'm saying? And it's like shit like that. When I talk to people who don't really they may watch basketball, but they don't think about shit like that. Like, and then you just giving this guy his flowers. Like, nah, bro, you ain't even made it to the playoffs, bro. You got to show me. You're talented, but that shit doesn't. It's not one guy that makes the team no more. Like, there's guys that stack three vets, and they're high performing vets.
Yeah.
It's a lot. That's a lot. It's like he has to be like LeBron. He's LeBron of his team, but LeBron wasn't just the LeBron of his team. He was the LeBron of the whole East Coast for the longest.
Yeah, he ran that shit. The East was.
He was the fear. He was
LeBron Town.
Yeah.
LeBronto. Fuck,
Imagine
whoever.
being a small forward his first 10 years, and the defensive coordinators coming to you before the game like, man, you're going to hate me.
Good luck.
You're going to hate me, man, but tonight's lineup, LeBron James.
Good luck. Good motherfucking luck. But there you go. I do agree with that, though, for the most part. You gotta show me to make me believe. So let us know in the comments who you think is going to come out of the East, come out of the West, who you think is going to be representing each conference in the conference final, or in the NBA finals. Sorry about that. And I think this is it for episode 6.
And how y'all feel about this USA versus the world this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Leave your comments if you want, but
pushing the mic away. I'm done.
Who fucking gives a fuck about the All-Star game? But one last thing before we fucking sign out. I haven't listened to it yet.
Cool.
I haven't had. Got that shit.
Coolington Heights, man.
I haven't gotten the chance to meet him in person yet, but I have talked to him on the phone. I've listened to some of his music. I hope I get the pleasure of meeting him at Droville. But yeah, Coolington Heights is out on all. Not yet.
We can listen to it after.
Yeah, we got some.
We're gonna have something to tell y'all next time.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what was the song that you had on Back to the Features with him? That was one of my favorite.
10 Toes Down.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs on that project. Larry vibe, that shit was cool fucking vibes. I mean, they were fucking doing their thing. I think you guys complement each other very well. So check that out. Run that shit up. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify.
Everything.
On everything. Any music streaming platform. Go ahead and tap in.
Coolington Heights by Cool Dre.
You seem like a cool dude. Name's fitting. So but. With
cool
that,
with a K.
With a K. Oh, it's right there. Yep. Boom.
I'm wearing the merch.
Tap in. But this is episode 6 of the No Hangover Raw Cast.
Raw.
Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, rate, follow across all platforms. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts, and we are on Spotify. Check me out on my socials on Instagram at No Hangover Podcast, and on TikTok at No_hangover. Like the reels, like the shorts, watch the videos, comment on them. Let me know if you think we're the smartest people you ever met and heard of in your life. Let us know if you think we're dumb and need to get off the motherfucking mics. Either way, we're coming back for more next week. Number one co-host in the motherfucking world right here.
Find me at BRAW, BRAWW, D as in dog, A as in apple, goat.
Bah. You already fucking know. We appreciate all the love. We're going to keep on doing this. Everybody love everybody. Deuces. Peace.